Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
She can't actually see you right now. So I'm gonna have her swing at the empty air with a diff 8.
As she swings 14 dice.
No.
16 dice.
10. Do you need more dice, Chaz?
No. God, what the fuck is this thing have? I'm using the stats for average werewolf. I could do experienced werewolf. I could even send a veteran werewolf if I wanted to. The Talon might require it, but you know what? Average werewolf. It's your average, everyday, run-of-the-mill sack of aggravated damage.
No, Jibril, don't die.
With a diff 8, she whiffs, and as you duck underneath it, tears a hole in the brick wall behind you. Sheets of dust and splintered brick go cascading and tumbling down the alleyway.
Tom, have we ever done that? I'd say we're above average.
You guys absolutely are above average.
We're missing out, buddy.
Well, this is the old time. This old time.
They don't make them like they used to.
All right, it's your turn. So clearly she swung and she missed. She might not know exactly where you are if it's... Or wait, didn't you drop Obfuscate or did you just drop Quietus? Oh no, you didn't drop any because she was in the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. She can hear you if you're not super silent then, but you might have the opportunity to book ass.
Yeah, that's it. That's the plan.
Okay.
You're not going to stand and fight?
No, I'm not Gabriel.
Not yet.
Were I Gabriel, I might have a chance. I'm Gabriel. I'm not quite Gabriel yet.
Yeah.
I need a better sword.
You have a knife?
I'm gonna book it.
Okay. If you're gonna book, are you trying to hide your footsteps?
Yes.
All right. Let's call that dexterity, stealth, difficulty. If you're trying to run quietly, that's pretty hard, but you're also Jabril. I hate to say it because I've called for it so many times, but 8.
Wait, aren't you on the sand?
No,
No, he's not on the street.
Diff 8, I've got 2 successes.
2 successes. So you are fucking gone. What is Zahid gonna do? Is he gonna follow suit?
Actually, you know what? Herein lies a problem because you said they destroyed something, right?
They just took a chunk out of a brick wall. That's all.
See, I don't know if our path can allow that. 'Cause the first sin, vandalism.
I mean, you can do what you want. You can justify it however you want. You haven't vandalized shit.
I know I haven't, but we can't allow it because we live there too.
It's up to you how you want. You could say, "Oh, it's an action." I won't force you to roll against your path for ignoring this.
Did he just destroy your crate full of coffee and dates?
Yeah, we'll abscond from the area.
What are you gonna do with the camel?
The camel will be fine. The camel doesn't have a worms rating. It's a camel.
The camel was the worm all along.
Or, like we just come back later in the night and like there's a bunch of dead werewolves and the camel is there.
Just chewing on a dismembered arm.
Like,
You gotta name that camel right now.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
No, that's something funny. Jeffrey the camel.
The right answer is Gobi.
Globby?
Gobi.
Globby.
Oh, like from fucking. What's that movie called? The Brothers Grimsby.
Oh.
All right, so you sort of slip away from the Bonar, and as you sort of like move the quietest bubble with you, her howling snarls become audible once again, and you can see the rest of the pack sort of like trailing around the back alley. But you have slipped far away enough into the darkness that you may have dodged the bullet.
What am I to do now?
Well, you ponder that. Byrick Ash, you stand outside the office that you were directed to. It's a small little, I guess you could call it like a plaza. There's a suite that does not appear to be marked. The door has just an H on it, just an H to mark its, its demarcation in the suite. But other than that, there's no office hours, there's no logos or names on this area. It's just a door with an H on it. And as you sit there in the darkness in the parking lot, a car, a very, very nice car, comes rolling into the parking lot, stops, kills the lights, and you see two figures get out.
Good thing I have 2 guns.
You pull out your Beretta.
I don't have a Beretta. I don't even think the Beretta. No, the Beretta has not been invented yet. Not for a long time.
Fucking primitive. I was making an R. Kelly joke, so yeah, your point stands.
Also in that video, did not pull out a Beretta.
You did not pull out a Beretta.
Well, I'll wait for the figures to approach.
Okay. As they get closer, you immediately recognize one of them as being Carlo Martino, assuming you took the time to learn his name. You remember him from
From high school.
From high school. Remember that thing you went to?
In the 1850s.
You remember him from Shenanigans.
From Shenanigans.
The other one is a
shit on the wall?
very professional-looking Italian gentleman. His hair is cropped short, very much in control. His suits are well tailored. He carries a briefcase in one hand. He approaches, locking eyes with you, not even flinching at your great height. Or do you actually obscure your face at all, or do you?
Yes.
With what?
I have sunglasses and a hat. And I would generally use my obtenebration just to keep shadows obscuring that.
Cool stuff. So he approaches. Mr. Ash, I presume. And he extends his hand.
Mr. Giovanni.
Call me Mauricio. I feel it engenders better business relationships. I hope you don't mind me bringing along my associate. He says he knew you somehow.
You're just like, I might have shot
Reminds me of someone I should have shot. Was he there at the Manson incident, or was he with Murphy?
He was with Murphy.
Yeah, we're making spaghetti together, remember?
You remember riding home with him in the same car, though.
Yeah, he probably won't stick out on Murphy then.
He's like,
I haven't seen him once in my life that I can recall.
I guess that's...
Are you lying to me?
No, I'm not lying, I'm not lying.
Don't you remember that cop we watched jack off?
I was not in that car.
Oh.
on it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we got there first. Neither were you, actually.
I wasn't in that car. Oh, I came.
It was Mark Zantz. Oh no, you,
I came
Lyric,
with-
Ash, and I think it was you.
Possibly.
Were in the advanced car, and then it was Bam Bam and Joe that got pulled over.
Yeah, you were driving, and you had your cruiser, and that's why we could blaze through traffic lights, and they couldn't.
That's right.
All right, Mauricio pulls the keys out of his pocket. You hear the of the lock opening as he swings open the door. After you, sir.
Thank you. I'll enter.
As he sort of like waves you in. I ain't gonna yell at you, but I don't appreciate this. I don't like bringing extra people on when it's not needed. And he sort of like regains his composure, follows him.
He doesn't do the smack on the back of the head.
Why I oughta.
Inside, the office is very small, very utilitarian. There's like a potted plant standing in the corner to show they're trying, but there's not like pictures on the wall. There's no personal effects. He's lays his briefcase down on the desk next to a typewriter, clicks it open and pulls out a ledger. So, Mr. Ash, people come to the Giovanni for very, shall we say, niche circumstances. Please do tell what circumstances leads you to seek to employ me.
I need to understand your clan's powers over the dead.
He said
See-
he's not alive.
The departed.
Well, I'm afraid if you're asking for a tutorial, that is something our organization just does not do. But I suppose I could answer questions for you.
I care enough for to learn of your ways. But I wish to know if any of you are capable of projection.
Forgive me, Mr. Ash. This is a, shall we say, unorthodox request. What compensation are you offering for my time again?
I don't care.
Life?
Not death. You just threaten to kill him, and then they would put Adam's character in hot water.
Your friend over there told me you'd be easy to kill.
No.
He told me you were a schmuck.
A schmuck.
He called you a J. I was unaware you wished for.
Well, bring out the bartering poles.
The bartering pole?
You know, that is the traditional way that in
Where the fuck he's from?
wherever Rolf was from.
I get it now.
I didn't watch that much of that night.
It was a silly scene.
How many chickens do you want? Perhaps a sheep?
What is it you wish, then?
Well, I got enough money. And, seems like you might be pretty easy to get a hold of if my cousin really does know you. How's about maybe I tell you what you want to know, and maybe later on I ask a favor from you, like friends.
I would wish to know what the nature of this request would be, then.
Sexual, of course.
Ah, I am nothing if not a fair man, Mr. Ash. I'm sure we could negotiate. What's outside of your bounds?
Nothing involving children or animals. Only children and animals.
You can just quote Megadeth. Killing is my business and business is good.
I don't think he actually makes money off that. I think he just does it for fun.
It's a hobby.
If you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life.
It was an excuse. I was just given an excuse. That's all I needed. Perhaps you wish to see or not see someone any longer. Or perhaps a group.
Perhaps a family. An organization.
I think I understand where you're going with this, Mr. Ash. You are what we in the business call an eraser?
I don't believe I've ever been called that.
You remove things that may be undesirable to a person's career or dealings, yes? And I trust this removal tends more often than not to take on a permanent bent.
I believe we are on the similar page then.
Excellent. So I give you a rundown of what you want to know, and sometime in the future, we can call on you to take care of a problem for us. Sound good?
Very well.
In which case, Mr. Ash, I am all ears.
My previous inquiry stands.
If we have the ability to project, well, truth is, there is very, very little that is impossible in this world, Mr. Ash. I don't mean to be vague when I say that. I mean to say that the things that can be done with the powers that circulate in our blood is almost limitless, and God knows what somebody who could come up with. I will tell you that this is not something that I know how to do off the top of my head. Not that I ever thought to ask any of my teachers. However, I do know how to get ghosts to perform certain actions for me. One of which might get them to project in a way that I might need, I suppose. What, can you be a bit more specific? Can I take myself and put myself somewhere else? No, I don't know how to do that. But I can send somebody somewhere else to do it for me. Does that help?
No.
Huh. Like, no. This deal's over.
No, I'm erasing you.
I didn't know if one of you could speak to one other's mind. Perhaps even to bypass certain wards.
If the person's dead, there's not much that can stop us. If the person's alive, it's not really what you'd call within our wheelhouse. Again, it's not possible.
So what you're telling me is that I've wasted my time and yours.
Not necessarily. You got a skill you can offer, I got a skill I can offer. That doesn't need to be the end of a business relationship. I got a lot of contacts, and maybe I can find something out if you're willing to give me some information.
I need to know who can speak to one's mind.
Sounds like you're talking about Auspex. Alright, let's go down the list here, right? Ain't no Tremere in town. That means that either it's a clan with Auspex, or they learned from somebody who has a clan with Auspex. Malkavian. Ain't them Ravnos fuckers have it? Do you have Auspex? Nope, not the Ravnos. Toreador have it, but that's almost anybody in this city. You wouldn't happen to have any Toreador enemies, would you?
Maybe just the one.
I've made a lot of enemies in my lifetime.
Gentle Byrick Ash having enemies.
As bloody tears ran down his face.
And the song starts to play. But said.
This person also knew me personally.
You personally, well, maybe not. You see, Auspex does more than just talk to somebody's mind. Auspex can look into somebody's mind. And, I might have just seen you once. When was the last time you were around a lot of Toreador?
That one time.
Probably at that presentation to the prince.
Well, I got an idea how you can start your search. Rumor has some jackoff blew the fuck out of the Toreador mansion where they hold their salons. The hobby was pissed. Now, you didn't hear this from me. I heard it through the grapevine that Miss Vega found a new venue where all the Toreador are gonna get together and kiss each other's ass. If it's a Toreador that's coming after you, he's gonna be there. After all, it ain't like them to miss a party. Now, maybe you find the guy you're looking for, maybe you don't. But if you don't, I guarantee it's not a Toreador. And that just crosses off half the city from your list.
Would Oxpex be able to see one's past?
You need some force for that.
I don't know. I don't have it myself. Auspex might be able to see one's thoughts, one's memories, maybe.
Very well. Do you know the location where this party is being held?
Matter of fact, I do. He sort of like tears off a scratch bit of paper, pen, starts scribbling, looks over at him to make sure he's not.
No, I'm not looking. I guess he wishes this not to be seen, so I'll put a little glyph on it.
That's the address. It's in the ballroom at a Hollowbrook hotel.
Oh, I know.
That was fucking stupid of me.
You take the glyph.
There's just a ghost in mind. You go la la la.
Just like, I was like, oh shit.
Hey, I don't care. Family's family, right?
Yep.
See, pay attention. This is how you deal with customers. This is why you got fucked over.
Also, you gotta deal with your lying problem.
I gotta get bad at lying, or I gotta not lie as much.
If you're going to lie, make sure there's no evidence to prove it otherwise.
Now, there is one issue that unfortunately I can't help you with. You happen to know an artist of any kind of caliber?
An artist.
An artist?
An artist, you know, the one that makes art.
Otters.
With the paint brushes and the sculptures.
Flashing memory of me with spaghetti running through my pubic hair.
Why, Bob?
Sauce dripping down my chest.
Yeah, your chest. Really, you don't want to go gooch and just hold 9 yards?
Wait, like spread my legs wide open.
Okay, see, so you forget that I can edit. So right now, I'm doing a close up on you and I'm encouraging the audience to picture, spaghetti sauce on the gooch.
Please picture it. You know you want.
Send your fan art to Caffeinated Conquest.
Oh, you meant artist.
So here's the thing. Toreador don't like any non-Toreador going in the salons. A lot of clans are like that. But if you happen to know an artist or a Toreador that's on your side that can get you in, and they ain't above having a little ass kissing contest. You know what I mean?
Do I know a Pepe Warhol?
You would absolutely know about Pepe Warhol because Pepe Warhol is the only way you guys got out of his mansion.
I do know an artist.
A terrible one.
An artist.
An artist in the loosest terms.
One day, I'll be appreciated.
Now here's the question. How would you feel about being around just a massive room of fucking Toreadors?
I would probably make a plan to blow this place.
Good, along with the rest of us.
No, it'd be very like Ocean's 11 or some shit. We're gone before the shit goes off. I would hope.
You still the entrances and exits so they can't escape.
Just flash forward to the end of it, and it's just me still driving a car through the front. This is the only way it works, I swear! How could I introduce myself to the Toreador again?
Like, have you seen my junk shot?
It is impressive, no?
You want to see the saucy gooch?
This is what you call French penis.
It's braided.
A needle. I'm sorry, a noodle into meatball.